Story 1. My name is Caleb. This happened in 2019 when I was camping with two friends near Shipwreck, New Mexico, a place whispered by locals to be scared and cursed. On the second night, we heard footsteps around our tents, slowly deliberate. We thought it was a coyote, but when my friend Alex stepped out with a flashlight, there was nothing. Until we heard his own voice calling back to us from the woods. Hey, come out here. I found something. But Alex was right next to me, frozen, his face turned white. The voice kept calling, mimicking Alex perfectly, even the way he shouted something. But it wasn't him. Then came the scream. It sounded like something being torn apart. We grabbed our gear and ran into the car. As we drove off, something ran behind the car, on all four but too fast for any animal. I only caught his glowing eyes in the mirror. Later, a Navajo ranger told us, "You camped on a cursed land. What followed you was never human to begin with." Story 2. It's supposed to be a peaceful weekend in Bear Creek. Me and my cousin set up camp far from the main trail. No cell signal, no people, just pine trees and silence. On the second night, around 2 a.m., I woke up to whispers. Not one voice, but several, overlapping each other. At first, I thought it was the wind, but they were too clear. One of them was mimicking my voice, saying my cousin's name. Danny, come here. He was fast asleep next to me. When I looked outside, I saw a pale figure standing near our campfire. It looked like me, same cloth, same height, but it was smiling unnaturally, like it didn't know how to move a human face. It slowly backed into the woods, whispering my name. The next morning, we found bare human print all around the tent, leading in a circle. We packed up and never went back. Story 3. A friend of mine owns a remote hunting cabin in Utah. He invited me and two other friends for a weekend. First night was fine, cold but peaceful. Second night I woke up to cracking floorboard. The front door was wide open, swinging gently. My friend swore he locked up. We checked, no sign of forced entry. Around 3 a.m., we heard it, a scraping noise coming from the roof. Something was walking up there. We froze for a moment. A moment later, we heard our friend's voice calling from the outside. Hey, open up, it's freezing. But he was next to us. However, it was mimicking him and it wanted to get in. Next morning, we found handprints, long, stretched, unnatural, on the cabin's window. We left everything and drove out. Story 4. I am a trail runner. I don't scare easily, but this was different. On dawn, I was running through a quiet forest trail near Provo, Utah. It was misty, the woods dead silent. Then I saw a deer standing on the trail, not moving, just staring. I slowed down. The deer's body looked twisted, almost humanoid. Then it spoke. In a dry, distorted voice, it said, Josh, that's my name. I froze. The deer's jaw barely moved, but the voice was human and familiar. It sounded like my grandfather. I backed away slowly. That's when it stood up on two legs. It was tall, thin, and covered in patchy fur. Its face was still deer-like, but wrong. I ran, not looking back, but I could hear it running behind me, crashing through trees. When I made it out the ranger station, they looked at me and said, You shouldn't be out there alone this time of year. The forest isn't dead, it just waits. Story 5. I often hike alone in the Sierra Nevada. I know the trail like the back of my hand. Last fall, I was 10 miles deep when I noticed something strange. A man tall, completely still, standing off the trail. He wore he wore outdated hiking clothes, like from the 70s. I called out, You okay? No response. He turned his head slowly and smiled, but the smile was too wide, almost ear to ear. Then I saw another just like him, same face, crawling on all fours behind a tree, watching me. I ran back the way I came. Every turn I made, they were there, always watching, but never chasing. Until I reached my car, I kept hearing twigs snappings behind me. After that incident, I never hiked alone again. Story 6. My girlfriend and I were hiking in the Arizona. We took a wrong turn and ended up on an unmarked trail. About 15 minutes in, we noticed everything had gone silent. No birds, no winds, nothing. Then we saw it. A figure, crouched on the trail, play, long limbs, no clothes. It had no face, just smooth skin where features should be. As we stepped back, it turned its entire body without moving its legs and screeched like a hawk. We bolted for the next hour. We heard heavy breathing behind us but never saw it again. We found the main trail eventually, but when we checked online later, the part of the forest didn't even exist on the official map. Story 7. I used to work in community outreach, often visiting Native American reservations. During one visit to Arizona, I was warned not to stay past sundown. I didn't listen. I thought it was superstition. That night, driving back through the desert road, I saw a figure standing in the middle of the highway. I slowed down and saw it had no face. It moved like a man, but its arms were way too long and its knees bent backward. I kept driving, but every few minutes I'd seen it again, walking along the road ahead of us, like it was teleporting. My passenger, a local woman, began whispering prayers. She wouldn't look out the window. She said, "You brought it with you. Don't answer, no matter what it says." Then I heard my mom's voice begging for help from the dark beside in the road. I never stopped. When I got home, my dog wouldn't come near me for 3 days. Story 8. I drive long haul trucks across New Mexico. There is a stretch near Red Mesa that's known for strange stuff. Most drivers avoid it after dark. One night I had no choice. Delivery was urgent. Around 2:30 a.m., I noticed something in the distance. Looked like a coyote until it stood on two legs and waved at me. I froze. Then it sprinted toward the road and vanished beneath my truck. I pulled over. Nothing under there. I got back in and kept driving. Suddenly the radio turned on, a distorted voice mimicking my mother's voice. "Come home, baby. Come to me." My mom passed away last year. After that incident, I stopped driving night roads after that.